Hi, Jennifer Anderson here, and this video is about the importance of creating clear goals and really setting them and having them in a place that you can pay attention to them and strive towards achieving each of the mini goals that will get you on your way to the big goal. So, a big part of our program is helping our clients identify the big goal, where they want to see their business or their life in a set amount of time. So, for example, a year out or 2 years out, to identify where is it that you want your career to be or your business, or where is it that you want your life to be, because it's important to be balanced and to have a clear vision of what you want across the board in all the areas of your life. But beyond creating that clear goal that you want for your life in a year or 2 years, we help our clients reverse engineer that goal and break it down into smaller, attainable goals so that they really do have the infrastructure in place. They have the map of how to get from where they are to where they want to be. And so I wanted to share a couple of reasons why and examples why this is so important. So, if you were to have a goal to climb to the top of a tree, but the tree has branches that start way over your head and you have no ladder in place, it's extremely unmotivating. It's disempowering to just look at this huge tree and think, well, I don't know how I could possibly get to the top of it, so I'm not even going to try. And that's exactly what a lot of us do. We create a big goal, but then we don't really break it down and figure out how to get from where we are now to that goal. And so then we just give up, whether that's in, setting a big weight loss goal or a big financial goal or, a big business growth goal. If we don't have the pieces in place, we tend to just give up because it seems like the gap is too far for us to close. And so what we do is we help our clients get the ladder, have all of the rungs in the ladder to climb that tree so that you can just take it one step at a time and understand how to go from where you are now to the top of that goal. And I just listened to a really great example, a real life example of how this plays out in business growth or career growth. It can be applied across the board. But I was listening to John Assaraf, and he tells a story about a friend of his and how his friend started his first business. And so this friend had tried for years and years and years to start a successful business. And he would set the goal to start that business and have it grow. And he just kept getting further and further into debt and just not getting where he wanted to be. And he was on his last $50. He was about to lose his house, lose his car, possibly lose his family. And he did not know what he was going to do. He was completely desperate. And he just kind of gave in to a feeling that he had that he needed to find some inspiration somewhere. So he started surfing the web and he ran across a story about the power of a penny. And that story said that if you take a penny and you double it every day for a month, you would take that penny and turn it into $1,000,000. So he took out his calculator, he did the math, and sure enough, he found out that yes, you in fact would turn a penny into $1,000,000 if you just double it every day. And of course, that could be a little bit challenging once you get to the end of that month and to actually turn the $500,000 into $1,000,000 at the end of the month. So clearly doubling money is much easier in the beginning than at the end, but he applied that into something that he could actually do. So he decided, yes, if I created 30 mini goals so that I see how I can get from this last $50 to $1,000,000 in business, then it'll become much easier. I'll be more inspired to actually do it. So he started off with the small goals, turning $50 into 100, and then not doubling his money, but just adding on incrementally. So then 100, turning that into 150, and then turning the 150 into 175 or 200. So he wrote out those 30 steps in his road from where he was now to that end result of making his business have over $1 million in sales. So step by step, he would focus on that next increment. And lo and behold, at the end of the year, just by taking those steps, focusing on one action at a time, it did not overwhelm him. He was motivated to keep going. And he started building positive momentum and started to use that momentum and the leverage that he was building with seeing his net worth grow, seeing his business just step by step start to thrive. He did have over $1 million in sales at the end of that year. And so whereas before, when he was just focusing only on the end result and not really having any inspiration, taking any inspired actions to get there because it just felt too big, too overwhelming. What made the difference for him was breaking that huge goal down into the smaller goals. So that's really what we strive to do with our clients. That our goal for our clients is to come out of our consulting programs or out of our coaching with a really clear map of what their life can be and how to get there, the action steps needed, how to build the right team, how to get the right foundation in place across the board to get them where they want to be.